Hi guys, welcome to another episode of That Gardener channel. This is another video episode in the series of lunch harvest. So we're going to be in our garden harvesting a little bit some of the greens, chilies, eggplants, maybe a bit of curry leaf for our lunch today. So let's get going. So I think we're going to start with some of the chilies. That's always essential for our Indonesian Indian cooking. Today I'm going to be making some mutton biryani, so I think chilies will be extremely useful. And my wife loves these red chilies also for sambal in Indonesian cooking. So grab a couple of these, couple of green chilies as well. We do have a video on growing chilies guide as well. Do check it out if you get a chance. So grab a couple more. And chilies are such a great plant to grow when it's hot weather like we have now in the summer. It's absolutely perfect. They look beautiful and they're so easy to grow, very much pest resistant as well. So I think we have a little bit of harvest here. I think maybe a couple more and then we'll go to the eggplant. Let's see. A few more. I think we may have enough here for chilies. So let's move on to the eggplants. For the eggplants, we're going to grab maybe just one or two of them, and that should be sufficient. So I think we have one here that's ready. And maybe we'll grab one more. I think the next thing we're going to grab is a little bit of our curry leaves, which is down here. By the way, this is our cucumber that's been growing really well. It started to flower and we're getting some of the fruits as well. And we'll have a video on cucumber maybe sometime. I'm so excited to eat these. They look delicious. It's starting to come up slowly. This is our curry leaf. Again, a very easy tree to grow. They do so well and they smell so good. Absolute essential for Indian cooking. We are quite generous in using them because they grow quite fast as well. They love a lot of nitrogen as well, so we put a lot of chicken manure. So I think next we're going to grab a couple of peas. And we have the peas divided here in our garden into two halves. We have some here against the border of our garden, vegetable garden, and we have few here next to lemongrass going against the border of the other side of the vegetable garden. So we're trying to put them against the border because they do really well. They're climber plants, so it's always good to put them against stakes and to also grow them vertically. So the variety of peas that we are growing here is the garden peas, and we love this variety because it's on the sweeter side but not too sweet, and they grow medium to large pods. However, all the peas, the guide is really the same. I mean, they grow really well in moderate climate. You don't want very hot or very cold climate. They don't need a lot of nitrogen. In fact, they don't need any nitrogen because they are nitrogen fixing plants. So they grab nitrogen from the air and they actually fix the soil with that nitrogen. So they're really great plants to have in your garden because they provide nitrogen into the soil. And it's not really recommended to add much nitrogen for them, if any at all. They do not need any phosphorus as well, which is really great. Unlike other plants, when they flower, you should add a little bit of phosphorus, like with the tomatoes and others. But with peas, the good thing is even when they're flowering, you don't have to add any phosphorus at all. So it's a really great plant to grow, which is quite low maintenance. The thing with the peas is also they love moderate climate. They're perfect plant to grow in moderate climate. They do extremely well when it's not too hot or too cold. And you want to make sure that you also provide them with a very loose soil and at least 5 to 6 hours of sun, so you don't need to get 8 or 10 hours of sun like some of the summer crops. And the good thing with these is that they grow really well vertically, so you can maximize the use of vertical space using stakes. And so the stake system that you see here is also completely recycled goods. We got these branches from the fence here in our garden, and these plastic ropes that you see here have been made by cutting plastic bags that we get in the grocery stores. So it's completely recycled goods that we are using here for our stake system. Very simple, and it really uses maximum space here vertically really well as well. So we have a couple of peas here already. You want to be extremely careful when you're picking peas. They're quite brittle. The stem system is very thin, so you can just pop them open and take a look. It's a good size. That's sweet. Let's grab a couple more here. They love moderate climate, they love moderate temperature soil and sun, about 5 to 6 hours of sun, and also in terms of watering, just once a week. You can add them to any of the vegetable dishes. We love using them because also they need very little care. You can grow them vertically, you can bunch them together. So when we have, as you can see, we have very limited garden space for our vegetables, so they're almost perfect for a vertical growing plant. And what we also try to do is we use these stakes. So what we also try to do is we use this stakes over and over again. So what we are doing now is we're doing succession planting. So after some of these peas have matured, we have already soaked and put in a couple of more seeds for the peas, and we are hoping that they take over these stakes. And once they are done, we're going to put in a couple of tomatoes, and then the tomatoes take over these stakes. So it's a really great way of using the space in a limited plant garden as well. So grab a couple of more peas here. Enough of the peas here. What you will see is that we do have 1 or 2 of the peas plants that have dried quite a lot here on the side, and the reason is we let it dry out purposely. When we had a lot of sun, as I said before, they love moderate climate, but they burn out if you have too much sun. And you can see some of these pods have completely dried out, and that's fine because we want to actually use these pods for replanting the seeds. So these seeds are actually perfect. We want to make sure that we can harvest our own seeds, and we're going to plant them back into the soil for succession planting. So it's perfect. So we'll harvest a couple of these also for using them later. So I think we're done on this side. Let's go to the other side of the vegetable garden. Carl always supervising me in the garden. So this is the other part of the garden where we have a couple of peas growing as well. We'll grab a few of these as well. As I said before, these dried ones will be perfect for replanting again. So we're saving seeds from these ones. And then the fresh peas, we have a couple here that we can harvest. So I think we're done for the harvest for our little lunch today. We have a couple of peas, we have a little bit of the eggplants, and we have a little bit of curry leaves and peppers. And I'm glad that you joined us again for our lunch harvest video. And we are hoping to make more of these regularly. And thank you so much for joining. If you liked the video, please do hit the like and subscribe button, and hope to see you on the next one. Thanks a lot, guys. See you.